Hello everyone. Thank all of you to be here to see our group discussion. As a leader of this group, I promise that we are going to try to make a real discussion. Before we move on to the topic, I will introduce co-participants to you. On my right, Woo-min is a doctor and an expert in the medical field, who sometimes give a lecture on medicine on TV, and he works at Annam Hospital. And next to him, David. He is a representative of NGO who works for protecting or improving workers' lives. And on my left is Deborah, a chairperson of fast food restaurants, who runs a business providing a worldwide system of fast food restaurants, and I'm the leader of the government. A few days ago, the Ministry of Health and Welfare announced that the people in the nation were physically unfit. So that's why we gathered here. And therefore, first of all, it would be great to hear Woo-min, an expert's opinion, what is happening to the health of our people.
Okay. According to the report of the statistics of death causes in 2004, made by National Statistical Office, shows that 4 out of 5 major causes in 2004 are diseases. The first was cancer, and second was cerebral apoplexy, which means brain vessel problems. And the third was heart disease, fourth was suicide, and fifth was diabetes. From here, we could know that the disease, which could be caused by desultory life patterns, is becoming a very serious problem in our society.
Yes, it really is a serious problem. And now let's move on to find out the ways to solve the problem. David, what solution do you have in your mind?
In my opinion, the first thing we need to do is improving working conditions. There are a couple of suggestions that we can do. First, we need to establish a system which people work only 5 days a week. This system will people spend more time for themselves. And as far as I know, there are some government agencies and banks which have applied this system. What we should do is that extending this system to all the other companies in country. Second, we have to found more sports facilities in companies, such as gymnasiums and tennis courts and soccer fields. With those sports facilities, people may spend more time on doing sports activities.
I can't agree with you more, David. It is a common sense that bad labor conditions causes stress to people. There are some patients in our hospital who come and say they have some problems in their heads or in their chest, but when we examine, we can't find any problems. Most doctors agree that these problems are caused by stress, and stress makes people vulnerable to various diseases. Bad labor conditions also make people's body weak, and it all causes people to become vulnerable to diseases.
David, that's a good point. As people only work for 5 days, they can have free time and they can enjoy leisure time. And it will lessen their stress, and also it will help their mental health, which is related to body health. And if this system will be practiced, I and our company will follow the system. For example, we will hire part-time workers only for weekend, although it burdens our finance because of salaries. And we will proper service for visitors in weekends.
Yeah, I completely agree with all of you. And I'm happy to say this fact that next year in every company that the number of workers is over 100, the law will be put on operation. It means it is guaranteed that how many days they work per week. So it would be better to discuss or focus on another factor which causes those diseases such as diabetes or cancers. What makes people suffer from those diseases? David, what do you think?
I think we should have more strict rules to judge foods from the food service industry, especially so-called fast food. To be healthy, it is important to have nutritionally balanced diet. Lots of fat and sodium in fast foods makes you not only gain weight but also cause other diseases such as diabetes, so-called 당뇨 in Korean, and high blood pressure.
Yeah, that may be true, but I hope you not to think that fast food is bad. And many discussions for good health suggest regulations or fast food as a solution, but it has two mistakes. Firstly, it only focus on food, and people don't try to find more deeper, more serious solutions of bad health. But fast food is just one answer, not the full answer. The second error is that biased view of fast food. But many people think that fast food has much more calories than other foods. Do you think so? But it is. This hamburger is made by kimchi, and it only has 350 kilocalories, which is very similar to boiled rice. And we also have vegetable oil and Korean homemade hamburger, and we already have salad made very much. For example, green salad and pumpkin salad and sweet potato salad. And this burger don't have any meat. We change meat patty to vegetable dough patty, salad patty. And moreover, Koreans don't go fast food frequently because Koreans are not Americans. It is different.
Okay, I see your point, but actually I can't quite agree with you. First of all, we need to know about nutritional facts about fast food. First of all, they lack of vitamin and mineral that are necessary for growing children. And second, most of the ingredients of hamburgers and fast food are imported from foreign countries, so they contain many preservatives in foods. Third, beverages such as Coke and soda, which most people eat with hamburger, melt down calcium in our bones and it makes our bones weak. And last of all, there are lots of bacteria in the fast food, and I think most people know well about this problem because there were many newspaper articles which covered this problem. So as a solution, I suggest that we should use organic vegetables. Of course, there are many more possible solutions for this problem, but I think providing organic vegetables could solve the two problems I presented before. It could provide people with vitamin and mineral, and also it is organic, so there are no preservatives or pesticide substances left over in the food.
I can see your point too. To some degree, fast food restaurants is responsible for this problem. But as far as I'm concerned, however, it doesn't make sense to blame fast food restaurants only. But it's my personal opinion. By the way, to tell the truth, there are complaints that dirty and unsuitable oil is reused or prohibited material is used for food at fast food restaurants. So the plan to check the chicken hygiene at fast food restaurants will be under consideration by government. In short, the governmental hygiene supervision will be getting tough or restrict to make sure the safety of food. And as Deborah said, many people in Korea don't have fast food every day. So we need to think about some other solutions which is related to our daily life. So, Ung-min, what's your opinion?
Okay, I'm sure that what we eat is very important, so I think the government should provide mandatory health education in schools so that children could be aware of what they eat and how they should eat. And when the children grow up, they will nourish their children with healthy food. And second, I'm convinced that NGOs should educate housewives and hold those kind of campaigns that to aware housewives to make meals considering the nutritional balance.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. It is really necessary for us to have more lectures about personal health and taking nutrition. But before to make this possible, we need to have more experts about nutrition and health. So I have one thing to ask you. So could you and other doctors can be sponsors to hold lectures?
Okay, we'll try.
In the matter of campaign or education, I wonder, Deborah, if you have any other good idea.
Then I could agree with you more for the campaign. If this campaign will take place, I can give you financially, like TV advertisement, kind of like that. But I have to mention that we are overly focusing on food. But food is just one cause of bad social, as I said. Other causes also exist, and among them, cigarettes and alcohol are the serious causes of bad health for Korea. So I want to suggest a solution for that. Because we have failed to decrease the sales of cigarettes and alcohol by raising costs. Campaign will be much effective, but also we must upgrade our quality and quantity of campaigns. For example, we must use highly colored people, celebrities like Boa, for teenagers. Not just standard people.
Yes, that's a good point. And I believe in addition to those kind of volunteer work, it is needed to have some policy or taking, what can I say, rigorous actions, a policy that is every people should take a physical or medical checkup every year, or raising a budget for building hospitals for cancer, or raising budget for supporting medical research. And so far, we have tried to discuss and find out possible solutions. And now it's time that we should choose one for best solutions. I know, and although all of the solution is necessary and very important, but we need to choose one in order to focus our efforts to solve the problem more efficiently. So please have only one solution, and now let's go on to make a decision for best solution. Woo-min, what's your best solution?
I think that providing people with organic food is the most important, because there are studies that show that the preservatives in the foods make people very vulnerable to diseases. Think of this one. Case one is that there is a person who is very healthy and doesn't need any checkups. He has immunity, so he doesn't have to get checkups annually. The case two is there is a person who gets regular checkups, medical checkups, but he is very vulnerable to disease. So every time he goes to the hospital, the doctor says to him, you have problem in this part and that, and you should be careful of this and that. Which do you think is more important? I think the ultimate solution could be providing them with immunity, and it is closely related to providing people with organic food.
Somehow I agree with what you have suggested, but I think the best solution is founding more sports facilities. So there are two merits about this solution. One is when you do exercise, you can keep yourself in shape. And second thing is you can have closer relationship with other workers in your workplace. So that makes you feel more comfortable when you work with others. That's my point.
How about that?
We have four solutions, and four solutions are very important, and we will practice this all as possible as we can. But in my opinion, to give people the duty of medical checkup by policy, by government, must precede other solutions, because results of campaign will be produced after a long time, and also after a long time, we must continue the campaign in energetic, repetitive ways, and the policy will strengthen campaign much more than campaign will strengthen policy. And because organic food will take more time to be consumed by general people. And we don't have to focus on organic food because it will be popularized naturally after a long time, because it will become one of consumer trends because of well-being. Therefore, making policy is the most specific and effective and drastic way in the perspective of time of right now.
Yes. Actually, my opinion is supporting for organic food. But after listening to Deborah's opinion, I suggested that choose Deborah's opinion as the best solution. Because in long-term point of view, women's opinion is better. However, in short-term point of view, Deborah's opinion is more effective. So, do you all agree with my opinion?
I agree.
In the future, if we have more money, then we also support for organic food. And that's all. It's all our group presentation.
Okay, so it was 21 minutes and 25 seconds. Good timing.